Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Till now we have explored VA01 and VA02. Today we are going to explore another transaction code which is called as VA03. Okay. Now VA01 is for creating, VA02 is for updating, and VA03 is just for display purpose. Okay. So let's see how this works. I'll move to my SAP screen. Okay. And here in the transaction code, I'll put /n VA03. Okay. Now this is just for checking that the data is displayed correctly or not. Okay. So you have to know the order number, but in this case, we are going to understand how to fetch this dynamically. So we are going to achieve that in this script. Okay. In this video. So if I click on search, now you see this is the order number which got created and these were the details. Okay. Now in the last video, we updated the order quantity to 3. So that's why it is coming as 3. But you can validate the order number. Okay. Now this is going to be an extension of the create sales order. So we are going to use the script what we have already created and we are going to use VA03. Okay. So let me show you the steps. So log into SAP system. We'll create a sales order and we already have a script for that. So we are going to reuse that. Then capture the order number. Then navigate to VA03. Then search for the created order above and validate order is present and exit log off. Now important thing is that in this specific case, whatever the new order is going to get created, it is going to capture that and it is going to work in the subsequent steps dynamically. Okay, so let's see that part. I will first of all jump to Tosca commander and I'll create a blank test case. So we'll call this as VA03 display or display that order is created successfully. Okay. Now you may feel that if order is created, I'm getting the order number. What is the need to check that? So that could be one of the scenarios, but there would be other scenarios if you combine this with updating and all as well. But we'll see. We'll talk about that in some time. Okay. Now first thing is I want to create an order, right? So first of all, let me create three flows here. Okay. Three folders here: precondition, process, and post condition. Okay. Now in the precondition, I have to perform the SAP login. So I'll just copy these two steps. Okay. And I'll put it in the precondition. Okay. In the process, the first step is, so you will create folders inside this as well. Sales order creation. Okay. Now what I would do is I will go to my create sales order script. I'll go to the process and I'll try to copy all these steps. Okay. Okay. And I'll come here and I'll put it in the sales order creation. Okay. Now here, when I'm trying to create it, so I'll just revise the steps. NVA01, enter. Then we are entering certain data. Okay. Then we are clicking enter. Then we are entering the data in the standard order page, what we want to create. Okay. Then we are clicking on enter. Then we are navigating to sales page, putting a future date and clicking on save. And then we are getting the order number. Understand this thing that this date is going to change because when this script was created, the future date 26th of Feb was future date, but right now it is not. So I'll change this to maybe 5th March or something. Okay. Uh, we can handle this dynamically as well, but we'll not get into that part. Okay. Now let's run this quickly to understand the flow. Okay. My bad. Let me first of all move this back because this is not the page it is expecting. Now, yeah. So you see new order is getting created and we'll get a new order number. Once this is completed, on the bottom you will see, on the bottom bar you will see a new order number getting created. Okay. Now we learned about how to capture the dynamic value which is changing every time. So we have talked about that in dynamic buffer, but I'll repeat that part. So you see 130652. Okay. Now if I go back here in my SAP status bar, This is the standard module which I'm using. Okay. Now I have just put the exact same message, what is coming here, and the part which is dynamic 130562, I have replaced that with XP, whatever name I want. Now this is called as a dynamic buffer. Okay. So whatever value it is going to change, it is going to save in this buffer name. Okay. Now, whenever you're going to use dynamic buffer, you have to use verify action mode. That is very important. So that's how it is going to be able to save this. Okay. Just in case if you want to validate if this is being saved correctly or not, you can click on this buffer viewer, or if it is not, click tools buffer viewer and just search for this buffer. Okay. So SONUM, and you see 130652. And if I go back to this, you see 130652. Okay. So we understand the sales order part. Okay. Now what we need to do? Now we need to first of all get out of here. Okay. So we have to click on exit. Okay. Now for exit, I already have a module. So I'll just use that and I'll say click on exit. And let's click on exit. Now, in case that doesn't work for you, if you want, you can scan a new module as well. So there is one minor concept there as well. I don't want to get into that. To focus on what we are talking about. Okay. So we came to this page. Now what do we want to do? We want to pass NVA03. Okay. So for that we have a standard module. So I'll go to process. I'll right click, search and add test step, and I'll search for SAP toolbar. Okay. And I'll say navigate to VA03. Okay. Now the steps which are going to involve is the transaction code is going to be /NVA03. Okay. And button is going to be enter for us to move to that page, right? So I'll click on enter and let's run this. Okay. So you see, we got into this page. Okay. Now this page is something which we have scanned in our previous videos where we were talking about updating the sales order or searching for the updating the sales order. Okay. At that time, this would have been something else. Okay. So in case you want to use the existing module, which has the exact same structure, but the name is little bit changing here and there, we can do that. Okay. Only thing, whatever is changing, okay, whatever part is changing in all the different screens, you have to remove that part or make it a regular expression. So I already have that. Let me show you that. So you also learn about this part and you don't need to scan each and everything again and again. Okay. So if I go here, if I go in the update sales order page, yeah, here in the image you will see, let me show you the image. You see here it is saying change sales order initial screen. Okay. While in the current page it is saying display sales order initial screen. Okay. So what I have done is I have already made this change sales order in the caption to a asterisk. So if I use this, it is going to work fine. But in your case, if that is not the case, you change this to a asterisk. So it is going to disregard that. And since the structure is same, it is going to work fine. So I'm just going to use that module. Okay. And now what we'll do is now we'll see the magic of dynamic part. Now what I want to say is input the order number and click on, sorry, click on search. Now earlier we were hard coding the value, but this time we have captured it in a dynamic buffer, right? So our dynamic buffer name was SONUM. Okay. So that is what I'm going to use in input the order number. Okay. Now we already know about this. We have been talking about this from quite some time. So in order to use the buffer, curly brackets, D square brackets, SO capital NUM goes then this. Okay. Now even if it is a static or a dynamic buffer, in order to use this, you have to follow the exact same format. And since we are going to enter this, it is going to be an input action. Okay. And then I want to click on this search. Okay. Now this would make more sense once we are going to run end to end. So you will see the magic of order number getting created and we are going to fetch that automatically. Okay. So let's run this. Yeah, let's run this and let me remove this. I think this is the value, correct value, but let me remove this so that we see that value is getting entered. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now we are getting this page. Okay. Now let's say I want to validate that the order number is displayed correctly here, or maybe some other parts as well, order quantity or your description or your due date or net value, whatever you want. Okay. But for now, we'll keep it simple. We'll just validate if the order number is getting displayed correctly or not. Okay. So what I'll do is I can use existing modules. Okay. I think I already scanned this, but let me scan it again. Okay. So we can use an existing module for update and all, but since in this specific case you'll see nothing is editable because this is only for view only purpose. So I'll just scan this, not to overcomplicate this. Okay. But if we want to do, we can modify that to use for this as well. Okay. So what I'll do is I will capture standard order, and maybe I'll capture sold to party and uh, sold to party and ship to party and PO number. Okay. Just in case I want to validate that. Okay. And I will save this and I will move it here. Okay. And here I'll say validate that same order number is displayed. Okay. Now this is the order number and I want to verify that the same order number is getting displayed. So what I'll do is I'll use a verify action mode here. Okay. And I'll pass the same buffer. So let me just copy from here. It will be easier. Okay. Now I can put in the post condition the log off part and exit and log off and all. Okay. But uh, let's focus on the main flow. Okay. So now these steps are basically related to VA03. Okay. What we are trying to do, we are trying to create an order. Then we are going to navigate to VA03 and validating the same order is getting displayed or not. Okay. So let's run this first of all and see if it works. Then we'll wrap it up again. Okay. I'll explain you the flow. So you see some data we are using and we are navigating to create standard order. And this time a new order number is going to get created. So I think 13056 or something was there. This time it should be something else. So you see 653 is coming. Okay. And then it is going to VA03 using that number 53 and validating if it is displayed correctly or not. Okay. So this is how we can use VA03, okay, and do our end-to-end automation. In this case, you see, I am not dependent on statically on what order number is getting generated. So whenever I want to create a sales order and whenever I want to validate, there is no dependency on me to put the order number. Okay. Now this may feel that this is not of much value because what we are creating, we are just validating that part. Okay. Now there could be a lot of complications coming here. For example, let's say I have created an order, okay, using VA01, but using VA02, I have updated the order. Okay. Then using VA03, I want to validate that the updates what I have done is displayed correctly or not. Okay. So in that case, VA01 will be combined with VA02 and VA03 as well. Now, several things could come into picture. I hope you have got an idea. Uh, Yeah, I think that we can wrap it up. In case you like the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.